Hi guys, today we're back with the lawn and landscape business. I'm grabbing a cup of coffee this morning at the local bakery, and when I bought this large coffee they gave me a free donut, which was great. Here I got chocolate frosted, but today we're back on the Xbox and we're going to be doing a pretty fun video. Why don't we hop in the Lizard F350, we have to get on over to the shop, a little bit of prep work before today's job. We've been hired by a land developer in town. He just bought an abandoned property and he wants it to be completely mowed here. So we'll be using the brush mower. The grass is upwards of 2.5 feet tall and he needs it cleaned up and mowed so he could get his engineers and all his specialty people at the property to get going to redevelop it and potentially build a house or something like that here. So luckily the coffee shop is right around the corner from the shop, which is great. I'm thinking today we're going to be using the 4500 dually there, and yesterday on my way back from the job site I did pick up a new attachment here. This is a 72-inch brush mower, which is what we'll be using today. The 4500 dump truck is sweet. We could use it as a dump truck but also as a flatbed here. So we need to get the skid steer and we need to get the hydro hoses, all those all hooked up, and then we'll get the truck and trailer ready. If you guys do want to see more here with the lawn and landscape business on the Xbox, please hit the like button. It's much appreciated and it tells me that you guys want to see more here, and this should be a pretty fun video. So I do want to get this thing turned on. Looks like it turns on no problem. Sweet, that means it's working. Let's get it up on the trailer now. This 4500 is a sweet truck here. I really do like it. We have a 10-foot bed, which is awesome here. Instead of an 8-foot, it's a 10-foot, which is pretty cool. And being a dually, guys, is really helpful, especially for jobs like today where we're using the skid steer. The dually, it just tows a lot easier, a lot more stable going down the road, which is sweet here. But we are always busy, always running machines here on the channel, which is sweet. That is a tight fit on the trailer. We have a few inches to spare on the back and it overhangs the front just enough here. If we don't load it right, we'll have too much weight behind the axles, and this worked out just perfectly for us. But we'll need to buy a new trailer soon if we're gonna have more and more attachments like these with the skid steer. It's great to be back on the Xbox. We do quite a few different jobs with the lawn and landscape, from landscaping to lawn care to excavation work and so many different things here. And it's just a lot of fun though to be on the channel doing these fun things here. I believe it's this left-hand turn we'll be making, yep, and it's just a few blocks down here. And it's a pretty decent sized lot. I think it's a half-acre lot the developer bought. He told me he wanted to put a house or something like that on the property, and he wants to get it cleaned up. And look at that, guys. We definitely have our work cut out for us. This is overgrown, and there's an abandoned RV on the property, so he needs to get it cleaned up to even get that rolled on out. So here it is. Look at that, guys. We got some big brush here. All this has to be removed here. The grass, look at that. There's weeds. It's like 2 feet tall here, and you guys can see this is a little driveway it has. But wow, this thing sure is abandoned. The tires are flat on it. There's some debris outside, so we'll have to be careful. We really don't want to damage the new brush cutter running anything over. But let's get the skid steer fired on up and get right to it. Brush cutter so far, just this first pass makes a huge difference already. We will have some clumping and it is going to be dropping the grass, but that's a-okay here. We just really need to get it cut down so they can get the land surveyors, get all the, like I mentioned earlier, all the specialty people here at the property to get going on the new plans for that house he's going to be building. And it sure will be a difference if we come back in probably even a year, maybe 6 months from now, to see the transformation and see what the developer has done. But you guys can see, wow, look at this tall grass going right over these bushes, no problem. It is a busy day here with all those cars on the roadway there, and we are making pretty good progress, taking my time here, making sure we do a really good job. But I'm also watching for any debris here because I do not want to, like I mentioned, damage anything. And if we end up hitting something, that debris is going to go flying just because of how strong this brush cutter is. So it is taking us a little bit of time here, but look at that, guys. The skid steer is getting this brush cut no problem. A big difference. We're going to be keeping these trees around the property. I think those will be good. It will add some privacy, and it would help with the lot line and things like that. So we'll keep those. Well, guys, there we have it. It's all done. That is a huge difference from before with all those brush, all those big bushes growing. And now it's all nice and clean here. So let's get this back up on the trailer, and we'll be heading back to the shop here. But our first time really getting to use a Bobcat, the Lizard 863, and it did a really good job. But now you can also see, look at this old RV here. That is definitely gonna have to be towed on out. I don't think this is gonna drive out on its own power here, but I really want to see really quickly, guys. I know this is abandoned. Let's see if we can get it open. Oh, the door opens, guys. The door opens. Let's look on the inside. Look at that, guys. Looks like this is just storage. They completely cleared everything out. Some oil cans. Yeah, there really isn't much to this now. Wow. This thing definitely has to be towed out. There's no salvaging, no saving this. And I'll have to let him know here. Hey, maybe he might ask me if I want to take on that job of removing this, bringing it over to the junkyard or something like that. And probably not. That's outside of the services we do offer. But hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Back on the Xbox, doing some brush mowing with the Bobcat 863, and getting to use just an overall really neat setup. And until next time, thanks for watching, stay tuned, and subscribe for more.